Let's go over hair loss. What are the root causes? What's going on in your body? How you can find out what it is. Now, when we're thinking about hair loss, there really are two main kinds. There is hair loss that is caused by an autoimmune issue, and there is hair loss that's caused by other issues, other imbalances and deficiencies in the body. So in this video, we're not going to cover the autoimmune issues. I'm going to do a whole separate video on that. That's actually called alopecia. We're going to just focus on the other reasons why you could be losing hair. And if you want to know the difference, alopecia is very clear to see. You're going to lose very large chunks, and oftentimes you will lose all your hair, all the hair on your head. If you have the full body kind, then you're going to lose your eyebrows. You're going to use the hair on your arms. Everywhere there will be no hair. So it's very different than shedding or the hormonal issues that we're going to cover today. So oftentimes, especially in women and men also, it's more going to be caused by hormonal issues. But for women, oftentimes shedding happens after a period of stress. This could be having a baby, a death in the family, and we start shedding more than normal. Now, we all shed. I have really, really curly hair, and my hair will dreadlock within 2 to 3 days of not showering. It will start to have like really big clumps if I'm not sitting there and spreading it out. So I will lose a lot of hair if I don't shower and keep my hair untangled, because I will sit there and have to rip out the tangles. So that's has nothing to do with my body internally. That is just the way my hair is, and the fact that I live on a farm, I live in Florida, and sometimes I just don't feel like showering that day. So totally different. That's a mechanical issue. Now, for most women, when they start just shedding more than normal, or their hair really starts looking a lot thinner than what it used to when they were younger, what's happening is the body is under stress. There is going to be an imbalance or a deficiency in the body, and it's your job to figure out what the message is. So our body is always sending us messages. They're called symptoms. And we can sit there trying to figure it out, or we can run some labs and see clearly what it is. So I highly recommend you check out my 6 essential functional medicine labs video, like and subscribe to the channel, and then go and find that video, because those are the labs that are going to find out which of the root causes it is. Or sadly, it's usually not just one. There's usually many things going on that's causing you to lose your hair. So right off the bat, nutrient deficiency is going to be a big one. The world is full of toxins, and most of us have stressful lives, and that is going to be depleting our body. Our body is like a bank account, and when we're constantly making these withdrawals, we're going to go into debt, and we're going to start having these symptoms. Now, in order to heal, we need to stop making so many withdrawals. We need to reduce the chemical stress, the physical stress, the toxins in our environment, and we need to start making more deposits to bring our body's bank account balance up. So the way we do that is we run labs to see exactly where the nutrient deficiencies are. And it could be any nutrient deficiency. There's not like, oh, it's biotin. Let's take a bunch of biotin, or some collagen. Let's just take a bunch of collagen. And for a lot of people, collagen causes a lot of GI discomfort because it feeds SIBO. It can cause a histamine response. So it's always best to run labs and see what it is. It could be zinc, it could be magnesium, it could be B12, it could be folate. It's likely a combination of all of these, because if you have one deficiency, you normally have multiple. And what's amazing about the labs that I run, and particularly genetics, is we're going to see what form of these nutrients are actually best for your body. So you'll want to get those labs. Now, the next thing that can significantly cause hair loss is a underactive thyroid. And you want to run an entire thyroid panel. The 6 essential tests and my thyroid video goes over exactly what you need to run. We want to make sure that we're not just checking TSH. We need the entire panel. So another common cause of hair loss is hormone imbalance. So with men, we very commonly see that their testosterone is either too high, or even if their testosterone is low, their androgen metabolites, in particular their alpha detox pathways, are going to be high. So that is going to cause them to start losing hair as the follicles become blocked by something called DHT. Now, this can also happen in women, in particularly women with PCOS. They are going to have higher levels of male androgens. Even if the testosterone is low, that doesn't matter. You need to run a Dutch test, and check the metabolites. Metabolites are key with our hormones. It's not just about free levels. And I have a whole video on how to balance your hormones naturally. So check that one out. So that is another big cause. And that normally causes people to lose hair in these patches. So men will start to lose here, or they'll lose the top part will start to go bald, and they get a male pattern baldness. And then women can have the exact same issue when their androgens become too high. Now, another reason why we start to lose hair is issues with our detoxification pathways. Toxic burden is going to cause hair loss because our body is using all the nutrients, all the resources to try to handle the toxins. It's not thinking about our hair. Our hair is not a vital part of our functioning. It is just a bonus. And we want to make sure that the body is given the tools to repair the detox pathways. Now, that's not just taking milk thistle. That's not just doing some activated charcoal. We have 3 phases of detoxification. They are quite complex. I have multiple videos on it. I have a huge section in my book. You need to run the labs and check your 3 phases of detoxification, and you need particular supplements to repair them. It is very, very important to any symptom that you're having to do this work on your detoxification pathways. And it's not a quick fix. Can't just take milk thistle for a month and be like, detox pathways are good. And milk thistle in general, for a lot of people, is not good for them. It actually slows their phase 1 enzymes too much. So phase 1 can be going too slow or too fast or just right. You want it just right. And if you have a certain CYP mutation that is already running slowly and you add milk thistle in, it will go even slower. So the importance of lab testing. Now, the other issue that can be causing a lot of inflammation in the body is our gut. And that is something that we want to work on systematically after we've done the rebuilding and the rebalancing. So check out my video. It's called Why Not to Jump to Gut Work First, because you will just cause more stress and more hair loss, and you will not be successful with your pathogen protocols. So these are the most common root causes. I'm going to do up a whole separate video on alopecia. If you are suffering from hair loss, think about it as a message from your body. It's not what you want to focus on. You want to run the labs and start to decode the messages so that you can prevent any other symptoms from happening. And if you do have other symptoms, you're going to be able to work on finding the root causes. So if you're looking for a practitioner, if you're interested in a whole body approach, check out my website, www.sgintegrativehealing.com.